I have a really exciting day to share with you guys. Can't wait to let you know about all of the stuff that's happening. Number one, the thing that's going to make all of the next things happen is our second dose of Pfizer, which we're getting today. Poop in the poop box. What do you think, guys? Having fun? Let's keep going. Come on. Let's go. No off leash today. Too many people and other dogs. It's very important to smell all the trees. And I mean all of them. Yeah. All of them. And June is the time of lilacs. 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 One of the many neighborhood rabbits. More lilacs. Come on, guys, let's go home. You're so empty, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Up, up. So cute. I think these guys don't see it. Bye, little baby bunny. Bye-bye. We're on our way to get our second dose of Pfizer.
Second poke?
Second poke. Our latest update, Pfizer 2.0 upgrade. This one, I understand, gives you magnetic powers. Big difference between the vaccine we're getting today and then the one that we got last time is last time we went to the big super center, went to a vaccination super center, so lots of people. This one is a pharmacy. We've never been to it before. Dang, those big trucks. And I just expect it's going to be just like a little bit different kind of an experience, but we're going to bring you along. Alright. Here we go. We're going in there. I'm a little concerned about how we're going to feel later today, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Totally different experience, eh? Just really quiet. Yeah, one other person here.
Temperature.
Yep, just checked her temperature, filled up the form. Ready to go. Here it goes.
Hello.
Shot number 2.
Yay.
Didn't even feel it.
Yes. Awesome.
Thank you. Number 2. We just got the word and texted Michelle. She can get her shot now too. There was someone who just canceled right now. You get your shot.
I am?
Yeah. Okay. You're going to be double. We're the whole family. I'm very excited. You got it. Home, right?
SKECHERS.
Oh, right. SKECHERS. More lilacs.
No,
We stayed pretty close to 15 minutes.
I didn't. You can sit in your car and wait 15 minutes and then you can go. Just that there wasn't much room in there and I didn't want to take a bit more space than I had to.
I think because we've already had a dose as well, we didn't have an allergic reaction the first time, so we wouldn't have one the second time.
For safety also, just to make sure, because it's easier to deal with it there than when you're driving.
Yeah. We're just going to the SKECHERS store, but they have a crazy bins here. This is where all the returns from Amazon go. I think we're going to check that out. When you have size 13 feet, I don't look at style. I look for size, then I look at style. SKECHERS now have their own Crocs. The second vaccine means travel. Travel means Disney. Disney means SKECHERS. These are a new kind. I really like them. They're washable wool SKECHERS. They're super comfortable. I'm buying them. It's been about an hour since we got the shot. By the way, Michelle getting her shot was extremely lucky. We were in this pharmacy when a family came in to get their shots and said one of the people in the family couldn't make it. They got called into work. So we're like, hey. So she got it. Probably one of the, I would guess you're one of the youngest people in Canada to have 2 doses of vaccine right now. Like, no kidding. This should not have really technically happened, but they're not going to waste the dose, right? So.
And it's been well over.
What is the government going to do? Take it out of me?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I return this?
Talking about cars. Michelle wants to buy a car. Just talking about the trade-off between having a big car or a little car. What are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards a little car because we already have 2 big cars. And then if I needed to use one, I could just borrow one of them.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you can borrow one without owning your own car.
Well, yeah. But I still want to have, like, my own car. So I think if I get that stampede job, I might get my nails done. But not, like, super long. Just, like, short manicure kind of thing.
I think if you get a job at the Stampede and you're cooking, that getting your nails done is probably not a great
Yeah, but
idea.
I don't want to have them like this. Like, not
Well,
like little nail, like a manicure. Not
Okay.
like my acrylics. That I have.
Oh, like manicured, but not with press-ons or whatever you call them.
No, like professionally done.
Right, but nothing
Instead of-
fake, like real nail.
I might get a little tiny bit,
Oh.
but nothing much.
Okay. You better find out what the regulations are if you get the job first.
Oh, yeah.
Get your nails done all when it's done.
True.
Because otherwise you're just gonna break them. You're like working with fast food stuff. It's my thought. I don't know anything about nails. Just like nothing. That's right. You know where we're going. When we don't want to cook, we don't want to go off keto 100%, just sort of like a little bit. Fried chicken on the way. Best fried chicken in Calgary. One of them, anyways. Of course, we got an order of road shrimp. They limit how many people can be in the store. But hopefully this all starts to go away. We get back to normal. Alright. Road shrimp. Road shrimp. Everyone I've talked to says Advil and water. So I'm going to take their advice. I'm adding in my own advice of fried chicken with hot sauce. But that's me. This is crazy, crazy hot sauce. They did like 3 drips. I mixed it in with the Scotch bonnet sauce. Yeah, that's how I sauce my fried chicken. Okay, so we didn't make a lot of plans for the evening, but you know what? I feel fine. I've been following the advice of my friends. Tim, my buddy from Tim Tracker, he said, drink electrolyte, lots of water and electrolyte. Then another friend, Trish, who said, yeah, drink lots of water and take Advil. So I'm taking an Advil. Sure, says he's a little tired, but we're going to watch a movie. So we have not seen Raya, The Last Dragon. And now that it doesn't cost $35, we're going to watch it. So about 7 hours has gone by since we got our shot. Char is tired. Tired. It's 9:30. Shoulder hurts. I'm tired, but I'm usually tired at 9:30. What? I'm old. Well, that's why I'm tired. I really don't feel much side effect. I've drank a lot of water because that's what I was told to do. Took the Advil and watched a good movie, Raya. It was really good. I think we both really liked it. Am I right?
It's very good.
Yeah. I'm sure we're late to this. If like a lot of people probably would have. Well, if you live in the States, I think you would have got. No, everyone had to pay for it. I think until recently. Anyways.
We didn't pay for it. It was free.
No. It was just included with Disney Plus at this point. It's the next day. Gotta water the plants. Lilacs. Calgary smells awesome in June. So it is the next day. I feel pretty good. A little tired, but I mean, I don't know. My arm hurts. That's the number one thing. But I did follow Tim's advice. I drank electrolyte stuff, like it was Gatorade Zero, and had some Mio Sport, and drank just lots of fluids. I just followed that advice. Took a couple of Advils. So far, so good. In 2 weeks, we will be fully vaccinated. Like, we're vaccinated, but we gotta wait 2 weeks, and then we can start planning things again, like travel, like going back to Disney. We're DVC owners. We bought 150 DVC points at Aulani in 2015, but because of COVID, because of the travel restrictions, the border being technically closed between Canada and the US, particularly in the last few months, the new measures of mandatory hotel stay, $3,000 while you wait for your return COVID test results to come back. Prohibitive. Definitely, just like, you know, an extra $9,000 for us to go to Disney it's like, no. And plus, we shouldn't be anyways. Like, just no. Just don't. Right? That's what we've been told. That's what we've been doing. Trying to follow the best advice of science and government and get through this. And so far, so good. This is how DVC works. You buy a certain number of points. So like I said, we have 150 points at Aulani. Okay, what's 150 points? 150 points is approximately a week, pretty much any resort in the DVC catalog for about a week, at least. That would be a studio for a week. Pretty much anywhere. That's going to cover you almost any time of the year. Almost every resort. There's always going to be one resort any time of the year that you could book. So here's the other thing. We own it. Aulani, the big advantage that gives us is that we can book our reservation 11 months in advance. Any other DVC resort, we can only book 7 months in advance. Okay, you can live with that. For the most part, we've always been able to get a resort. Here's the other thing. You can use your points by stacking them. So how that works is you can bank 1 year worth of points, and then the next year you can use that use year's points and the previous year's. So for us, that means 300 points. You can also borrow, and this is where things have changed a little bit, and that is that you could always also borrow your next year's. So if you combine a bank and a borrow at 150 points, that gives you 450 points to use. So 2022 was supposed to be our 450 point year, which is perfect. You know, back in 2018 when I was thinking about this, because it's the 50th, and of course we're going to be there for the 50th. But COVID came along. We had 150 points that were going to expire. So we were planning to take a trip, but we couldn't. So we had 150 points that was going to expire if we didn't use it. So what did we do? Well, we looked at some of the different DVC rental companies. We've worked with a couple different ones in the past where we've been out of points, but we wanted to stay DVC. So we're looking at what we could get for the points, and I mentioned it to my friend Tim. I said, hey, we've got these points, and actually I think it goes back a little bit further. I think Tim at one time, maybe we're at dinner or we're talking about something else, said, hey, if you're ever wanting to get rid of your points, make sure to reach out to us first. So anyways, long story short, that's what I did. And so I was able to rent them our points, and you can do that. So I just go online, create the reservation with my points, and book my friends in for the stay. So when they stayed at Vero Beach, that was the points that I had, so that I was going to lose if I didn't get rid of them. And I'm glad I was able to give them, well, I didn't give them, I sold them to a friend of mine. He got a deal. I got a good deal. Like, I got a little bit more than I would have normally got, and he got them for a little bit less than what he would normally have paid for it. So it all worked out great. They had an awesome stay. That video is fantastic. I would love to stay there sometime, but I'm always wanting to be in the parks. But someday, well, maybe I get tired of the parks? I don't know. I don't know about that. But that being said, Char and I are now planning our next trip to Disney with the second shot. Like I said, in 2 weeks, we're going to be fully vaccinated, so we can start planning our trip back to Disney. We're doing a coffee run. How are you feeling? Yeah? Describe what it is.
It feels like post-op after an operation.
Like, what operation did you have that makes you...
When I got my wisdom teeth out. That's how I feel, like the hour after you get it out. That's how I feel.
Okay. For me today, it's like I started off good, but now I just feel like I'm starting to get a little bit run down today. Best way to describe it is if you grab your phone in the morning and it's working fine, but then 5 minutes later you get the battery notice warning. It's like, oh, I didn't plug it in properly. Starts off fine, then I realize that my battery's running flat pretty quick today. So we're pulling into Tim Hortons for our regular order. Char didn't say what she wanted, but we're going to assume she wants what she normally gets, which is what does she normally get?
A medium triple.
A medium triple with Splenda.
Hi. Can I have 2 large cold brews with 2 sweetener, as in Splenda, and 2 cream?
A 2 large cold brew with Splenda. Anything else?
And a medium triple, but instead of sugar, put in Splenda.
So 3 cream, 3 Splenda.
Yep,
Anything else?
that's all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Flying on the back of this powerful animal called an egret, or as we call it, a banshee.
Watching one of our early videos from Disney. Oh, cringy. Yeah, I should zoom in a little bit more, don't you think? Oh my goodness, that's just like way too cringy. But we did start looking at these videos because we've been watching all the videos. We're trying to figure out where we're going to stay on our next DVC stay. So we've been looking at all the 1 bedrooms very curious what you think. Like, if you have stayed at a DVC 1-bedroom or even a studio, like any DVC, just not, we're not going to get a grand villa or a 2-bedroom just for the two of us. Michelle will be in school on this next trip. Sucks to be her.
Grade 11.
Grade 11, serious stuff. It's not like back in the old days where just like, oh yeah, we're just taking her on our trip, and teacher's like, whatever, Disney, okay, bye, have fun. Yeah, it doesn't work that way anymore. Basically been 24 hours, a little more than 24 hours now since we got our shots, and we're tired. We're very tired. Yeah. Arms hurt. That's about it. I was saying at about 3:30, it felt like it should be about 9:30. Anyways, Disney. Rules are going to start changing, I think, as more and more people get the second shot. Return to Walt Disney World, and we are going on a cruise. So when we got our first shot, April 14th, I was celebrating and telling everybody, because I'm a nerd, and I told our friend Tim, and very excited, and we're just started chatting again. We hadn't chatted in a little while. And he said, hey, would you guys like to go on a cruise? Like, of course we want to go on a cruise. So, yeah, we're going on a cruise with Tim and Jen and Jackson. I'm not saying when, but it's happening, and it's a Disney cruise. So, I guess you could say it'll be in the spring of next year. So very excited. So we're going to come back. We're going to spend a week at Disney before the cruise, and then 2 days after the cruise. So that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, which DVC resort should we use? Should we go studio, or should we go 1-bedroom?
Poly or Boardwalk?
Yeah, I think that's sort of where we are. Although the Grand Floridian, I heard so many mixed reviews, but the last few videos I've seen for people staying on the DVC side of Grand Floridian, it looks pretty awesome. And so does the Riviera.
Yeah. Well, so is Key West.
Oh, Key West. So many things. Like, will we have a car?
Saratoga, it's right across from Disney Springs.
Mm-hmm. I love that boat ride that you take to Old Key West to Disney Springs. But it does eat up a lot of time, and I don't know how much I would love it by day 7.
And there's Bay Lake Towers, the convenience of the location, but...
Car rentals used to be, they became our way of traveling. Like, we'd take Disney transportation. Then we kind of graduated into using Uber quite a bit. And then we said no, like Uber started getting more and more expensive. I remember when it was about $15 to go from Disney to Universal Studios, and I think one of the last times we were using it, it was double that. So, and I know certain times of the day it's different pricing. So it just started to become more cost effective to rent a car. Plus, with a Disney annual pass, you get free parking. Parking is included with that. So the last couple of years, I just had the annual pass, and that just by the number of times we went, plus with the savings of not having to pay for parking, it was totally worth having. So, but I don't have that now. And car rentals are almost impossible to get. Car rentals have gone up, I don't know, like 10 times almost the price that they used to be. Outrageous. I could get a car and I'd always get an upgrade for, I don't know, like maybe $600 for 9 days, maybe less than that even, actually. And now it's like almost $2,000. It's crazy. So I'm hoping by next year that might be worked out as well. But as of right now, I don't know. So if you've stayed at Disney in the past, you know how you're planning to get around is a really important logistic question. For example, if we have a car, staying at Animal Kingdom isn't so bad. And I think that would go for Old Key West as well. I'd love to stay at Old Key West, but if we're relying on Disney transportation because car rentals are too hard to come by, then I think we would probably want to stay either at the Boardwalk or Beach Club or the Polynesian, one of the monorail resorts. So much to try to figure out, but I love it. I love that we're planning this again. And then there's the whole cruise thing, like, you know, all the ports and what are we going to do and dinners and all the things. I'm so excited. I just love it.